Well, hello again. Today I'm going to show you a technique that I've never done before. The first time I failed, so I had to try again in a different way. At the end, I'm very happy with the result. I'm going to show you where I went wrong and how I solved the problem. But as you can see, first I'm going to show you the materials. The first layer I've done with the easy structure from Powertex and the 3D sand, but that are very expensive materials. So for the second layer I choose a wall filler. Here you see the stencil I used and the molds, air dry clay and a special tool to curve lines. Here I start with the first layer with the easy structure from Powertex. That's a lovely structure paste, and I mix it with the 3D sand because I want to have a little rougher texture paste. But as you can see, you need a lot of texture paste for this, and this is only the first layer. When the first layer is done, you need to dry it. For the second layer I'm going to use the wall filler because that is much cheaper, and it's also more rough than the easy structure. And that's what I want for this painting. So the second layer must be 2 millimeter at least, because I'm gonna curve some lines in it. So you have to know that you have to make it a little thicker than the first layer. Make sure that the paste will stick to the first layer, so you have to push a little bit to make contact with the first layer. Also important is to work with a clean palette knife. Some use my spray bottle with water to clean my palette knife. Here you see it, and it will glide more easily over your structure paste. This way your paste won't stick also on your palette knife, and when it sticks a bit, clean it, take it away. Always use a clean palette knife. Can you see how easy it is to work with a big palette knife? You need to dry the second layer also before you go further. And of course you can use a hairdryer. You can curve the lines easy with this kind of tools, but you can also use a sharp pencil or a big nail to carve some lines in your texture. First time I used a stencil in this painting. You're gonna see me using it a lot more later in this video. Using this kind of stencil, I love to work with the easy structure paste of the Powertex, because this is an easy paste to use in a stencil. Here I'm already going wrong with my composition. I show you later what I've done wrong and how I can solve it. Here I'm already thinking, well, there's something wrong with my composition. If you're gonna look at the yellow lines, you can see I made all the lines end on the same place. It's not a very exciting composition. So I'm gonna take away all the lines with the texture paste and start all over again. With my composition, I've learned that I have to think about the composition before I go drawing the lines. You can see they're all triangles that I made in this composition, and that makes it boring. While I'm working on getting rid of the lines, I'm going to think to myself, what do I want with this painting? What is nice with the fossils? Fossils are mostly perceived in rocks, so maybe I should make some rocks in my texture. First I'm gonna make some extra fossils on the edge of the painting. This is a lovely stencil, and as you can see, there are different kinds of fossils, big ones, small ones, so you can make a nice composition. I'm gonna clean the stencil right away. And I'm gonna start over with drawing the lines and more like stones. First I had more straight lines. Now I try to be a little bit creative with drawing the lines. You can already see this is a much better composition. And again the stencil to make a big fossil. Look how beautiful this fossil is. As always, a layer of black bister. And I'm gonna make some fossils from the clay. This fossil molds are also from Powertex. As you can see, I don't fill up the whole mold with clay. I like to color with the fluid colors. Here I'm gonna use the golden high fluid, some yellow, green and some burnt sienna. I let the colors run with some water. The colors find their own way in the texture, and that's what I love about working this way. I've blended the colors with some gesso. You can see that in all my videos about how I color. And here I'm coloring the lines with some black paint. Don't forget, always use a lot of layers with your colors, with your texture. That's very important when you like to work with texture in your painting. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and maybe you have a question for me, please let me know. Here you can see I did a lot of layers with the yellow and the green because I want these colors to stand out in this painting. Let me know what you think of it and what you think of the colors, and see you next time.